Hi everybody. So I wanted to give you an update. It's been a couple weeks since I put these straw bales on. I'm going to give you a very fast update. I'm going to show you, kind of share a little funny thing that happened to me and show you how the plants have fared on doing what I did and show you where I am right now. So really fast, the bales were under plastic for 2 weeks because we had freezing weather, we had cold and everything, and the bales need heat to start to compost. So, you remember I put the chicken and horse stuff on top of it, and I covered them with plastic, kept them wet, not soaking wet, just damp, so that they would still, when they got sun on them, that they would kind of cook, kind of like a greenhouse effect. So the straw bales, a lot of people question, like, I've got mushrooms growing all different kinds, and they're like, oh, is that okay? Yep, that just means that the bale is composting the way it should be. So I had all these baby seedlings out there. We got hail a couple days ago, so I lost some then. Not very many, though. But the funny thing happened is I have 3 young cats, and we like to let them out safely out on the deck. And well, they played in the seedlings. So I had them all separated, like I had my squash and my flowers in different places, but they got all mixed up. So instead of hand picking the seedling, the strong ones out like you would normally do, I kept them all together. And what I'm going to do is, as they differentiate, because I've got, like right here, you can see I've got, these are a squash plant and these are zinnias, which are going to be a beautiful flower, but I don't want to rip the one out and damage them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just leave them like that. And I'll probably thin the squashes as they get a little bit bigger because, you don't want a whole ton of squashes in one area. But honestly, if you can see how thick the bales are, the composting material on the bales is going to, do its job. So I have a lot of mixed stuff now. It's really kind of funny because I didn't expect the cats to, I knew they would play in the dirt, but I didn't expect them to, to tear it up like that. So I'm going to show you really quick, like these are tomatoes and these are peppers. You can tell by the different kinds of leaves. So what I'm going to show is, I'm going to show you when you plant an individual plant, you just make a little gap like this and you plant the plant into it. But these guys I'm going to plant, I'm going to take this out of here, just like that. And you can see I've got great root structure in there. These plants are really healthy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my fist. Now I'm wearing gloves just because, I don't want to get my fingernails dirty and nasty. I got to wash my hands, I'm just kind of whiny. But you see all the mushrooms? And see, I'm just pushing down on the bale. And it's soft and warm underneath. So, there's a little bit of still it needs to break down. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this up very gently. I don't want to break any of the roots because they're really delicate right now. So I want them to thrive. And I'm going to lose you always lose a couple. And that's okay. I can't put the phone down, so I'm having to do this one-handed because I don't have a stand right now. So you see I did lose some of the roots right there, and you know what, it's okay. The plants, if they're healthy enough, and these guys I think are healthy enough that if I'm just really gentle, okay, I gotta set the phone down so I can do this with 2 hands. So I don't know if you guys can see, it's kind of highlighted. I'm gonna really gently kind of tease this apart. Okay, like that. Yep, see I've lost a couple there. And I'm going to do this. Now, they may go into a little bit of transplant shock, which is basically the plant is happy where it is, and it's kind of growing even though it's really tight amongst its buddies. But if they're, let's see, I lost a guy. I lost this guy too. So it's okay. If the root structure is strong enough, then it'll come back. And then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to thin these guys out later, which is not optimal. But you know what? It's okay. I can always share. That's another thing is as I thin them, if they start looking really good and healthy, then I'll just give some away. Say, here you go, here's a plant, you know. Honestly, how can you sell something that you got for free? Because you remember, I planted these all from scraps. So everything here, although remember, I did comment once that I grabbed some of these from Dollar General, had some 50-cent packets, 2 for 50 cents. So I grabbed a few of them and I planted those, and those are the squashes that are coming up. But I also have a cantaloupe, a melon or a squash that's coming up that is, that I got from drying out some seeds from a melon that we got before. So, I don't know if you guys can see. I don't look great today, do I? Kind of, there we go. Straighten up, because we got to look good for camera. So as you can see, I have a couple more plants here. I have some, let's see, this one is okra mixed. Well, see, that looks like a bean. See, the cat's got it all mixed up. So, you know what? Whatever. You know, it's all Mother Nature. I'll deal with it as it goes. So, now you see why I need 2 hands. I got to kind of push down on that bale, kind of get down into it a little bit so that the plants will have good roots. I'll break it up a little bit and just kind of lay these out. Now, some of these guys are really still just coming up, but I'm not really concerned about that. They're healthy enough. Everybody seems to be coming up pretty strong. Anyway, so there you go. I just showed you how you plant into a straw bale. I'll give you a oh no, it's starting to really rain. Okay, I have to go because I don't want to get my phone too wet. Bye, guys.